सर ये जो आपने भेजा है बच्चों को ना प्लेसमेंट ब्रोशर के लिए, वो एमबीए का सेम वन एसजीपीए क्या होगा? नहीं चाहिए हमें, क्योंकि ये सेम वन है ना, ये जाएगा उन लोगों के पास। मतलब ये जो बुक बनेगा, बुक बनने के बाद कंपनी के पास जाएगा। हम मेंशन नहीं कर सकते ना, और अभी वो स्ट्रिक्टली मना किए हैं कि हम एमबीए का परसेंटेज नहीं काउंट करेंगे। ठीक है। और जरूरत ही नहीं है सर, फर्स्ट ईयर है, मतलब इसी में बन के उनका थर्ड सेम में ये करने के लिए वो। ओके। आपने एक जगह और एक चीज छोड़ा है, उनका फोटो चाहिए, हाई रेजोल्यूशन फोटो चाहिए उन लोगों का। वैसे नाम के सामने लिखा जाएगा ना, वो उसमें मांगना था हाई रेजोल्यूशन फोटो। अभी सबको बोल बोल के एक एक करके कलेक्ट करना पड़ेगा, और वो भी फॉर्मल्स में कलेक्ट होना पड़ेगा, मतलब फोटो बोल के ऐसे कुछ भी छाप नहीं सकते। वो वैसे तो वो आए नहीं है, उन लोगों को उनका मिला नहीं है, उन लोगों का यूनिफॉर्म ब्लेजर वगैरह तो मिला नहीं है उन लोगों को। फोटो उसी में चाहिए। ठीक है, ठीक है। Good morning. Is my voice clear to you all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. आप लोगों को एक प्लेसमेंट ब्रोशर का फॉर्म फिलअप करने के लिए लिंक दिया गया है ग्रुप में, चेक करो।
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
जब वो जो लिंक भरोगे ना, ओके, वो जो लिंक भरोगे वहां पे लिखा है अचीवमेंट इफ एनी, सर्टिफिकेशन, पब्लिकेशन, एनी अदर। मतलब यहाँ पे आपको लिखना ही है, एंड वॉट एवर यू विल बी राइटिंग ना, दैट इज ओनली अ की पॉइंट वेयर you are trying to attract the attention, you are trying to sell yourself. Like when it comes to certification, आप लिख सकते हो कि NPTEL का कोई भी कोर्स आप कर रहे हो तो वो सर्टिफिकेशन लिख सकते हो। अदरवाइज आपका अगर एडवांस एक्सेल का सर्टिफिकेशन है वो आप लिख सकते हो। पब्लिकेशन आपका स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, एंड द मीन टाइम आई विल बी स्टार्टिंग योर पब्लिकेशन, अभी स्टार्ट हुआ है कॉन्फ्रेंसेस वगैरह। जैसे कि शुभम, नम्रता और पल्लवी, आप तीनों लिख सकते हो कि यू वर अ पार्ट ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजिंग दैट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस। आप ये आपका एक अचीवमेंट है, ये आप उसमें लिख सकते हो। अगर ये लिखते हो ना, इट इज अ की पॉइंट, like they are not concerned about how much percentage you are going to score, but rather they are trying to see like आपका like what is your selling point, आप like what, how are you selling yourself, समझे ना? तो आप वहां पे लिख सकते हो कि यू आर अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस, एंड धीरे धीरे वी विल स्टार्ट विद पब्लिकेशंस, लाइक जहां जहां पे आप लोगों का आपके स्पेशलाइजेशन वाइज जो भी आपके हैं, मेरे एचआर में जैसे एक पब्लिकेशन फाइनल होते होते आ रहा है, तो आपका पब्लिकेशन होना चाहिए। अगर आपका पब्लिकेशन होता है, इट शोज लाइक यू आर सम वे यूजिंग योर एमबीए डिग्री इन अ प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच। तो पब्लिकेशन आपके स्टूडेंट लाइफ में एटलीस्ट एक, मैं ज्यादा नहीं बोल रही हूँ, जितना ज्यादा करोगे उतना अच्छा है, बट एटलीस्ट एक तो आपका करना ही है। आपके रिस्पेक्टिव फैकल्टी को पकड़ो और उसको बोलो कि पब्लिकेशन कैसे होता है, वो आपको गाइड करेंगे। एनी अदर में अगर आपका कुछ खुद का कुछ है, लाइक इफ यू हैव स्टार्टेड समथिंग, यू हैव स्टार्टेड सम गुड थिंग दैट यू आर डूइंग, यू आर एसोसिएटेड विद सम एनजीओ, अगर कुछ ऐसा है तो आप डालो, ठीक है? And when it comes to hobbies, please don't mention कि आपको सोना अच्छा लगता है, खाना अच्छा लगता है. Don't mention that. Never mention such kind of hobbies. ठीक है, playing cricket to a certain extent we can be understandable. Playing cricket to a certain extent can be seen like you are in a teamwork and you will be doing you are doing a team kind of thing. When it comes to singing also, like it's somewhat understandable. ठीक है, alright. Sleeping मत लिखना, eating मत लिखना. Don't write anything vague. It is the only person कि ये जब बन जाएगा ना, ये आपका जो placement brochure है, ये companies को जाएगा. Like somebody is going to flip through the pages and somebody is going to observe you, see you. तो सोचो, उस हिसाब से सोच के आपका hobbies वहाँ पे डालना. Like I know many of you like TikTok में भी अगर हो ना, TikTok मत लिखना. Creating content लिखना. Like when it comes to marketing specialization बच्चे लिखना कि love creating content. ठीक है, ऐसे लिखना. Think in MBA terms. Think about like you are an MBA student right now. You are selling yourself over here. Like when we are trying to secure a place in a good company, you are selling. अभी कैसा, due to this pandemic, it's not possible face-to-face interviews. Only when you will be given a call, or then only when the company tries to contact you. नहीं तो it's very difficult in getting an like face-to-face interview and going into a good company. So think of selling yourself over here. Like for marketing people, you can write creating content. For HR people, you can write like love networking. ऐसे कीवर्ड्स होते हैं एमबीए बच्चों के लिए. वो कीवर्ड्स वहां पे दिखने चाहिए. लाइक वो स्ट्राइक होना चाहिए कि एमबीए के बच्चे हैं. वैसे खाते पीते सोते मत करना. डोंट डू इट. ठीक है, हॉबीज में वैसे मत करना. अचीवमेंट में राइट गुड अचीवमेंट्स. अच्छे से लिखना है, जैसे कि लाइक यू इट शोज ऑफ लाइक यू आर डूइंग सम एस्पेक्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट हैज बीन रिफ्लेक्टेड इन दैट अचीवमेंट. सर्टिफिकेशन आप लिखो, एनपीटीईएल का लिखो या कोई भी सर्टिफिकेशन ऐसा होता है. पब्लिकेशन धीरे धीरे आपका बढ़ेगा. कॉन्टेक्ट योर रिस्पेक्टिव स्पेशलाइजेशन फैकल्टीज, वो आपका पब्लिकेशन बढ़ाएंगे. एंड एनी अदर में राइट डाउन लाइक what you feel is an achievement and you are going to give a logical think about it. Fine. भर के सबमिट करना. एंड प्लीज आप सबमिट कर देना. लेट मत करो इसको सबमिट करते हुए. We'll start with my subject here.
Ma'am.
Yes.
अगर मैं अभी कोर्स कर रही हूँ, मतलब मेरा अभी सीधी है और मेरा सर्टिफिकेट के बाद में लगने वाला है, तो वो मैं मेंशन कर सकती हूँ.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you properly.
हेलो. मैम, अगर मैं कुछ कोर्स अभी कर रही हूँ और उसका सर्टिफिकेट मिलने में मुझे टाइम है, तो वो मैं मेंशन कर सकती हूँ.
हाँ, of course. NPTEL का भी तो वैसे ही चल रहा है ना. Like you are doing a course right now and then you will be getting a certification at a later stage. So coming back to my subject, we were discussing about compensation. Now, when we talk about compensation, I like to give a case study over here. The case is of Nucor. Nucor is a steel making industry. It's a very reputed steel making industry, one of the highest steel making industries of US. But then after a series of acquisition, Nucor has its presence all over the world. But when it initially started somewhat around in the 1960s, it has started from a very small company and it has modeled itself, and by 2011 it was one of the largest producers of steel in United States. So when in 1960s when it was started, it was Ken Iverson, one person who was very much responsible or one of the boarding members of the when this company started. So it was a struggling farm. Like initially it didn't get all the exposure that it would have got, and it was very much struggling in making a name for itself. So what Iverson did is he introduced a unique management perspective. Like at that time, 1960s, his total philosophy was See, what the employees should be earning, it should be based on their productivity, and it should be like the workers should be very much secure about their jobs, and they should be treated fairly. Like whenever we are creating a new company, the very first thing is we understand like what will be the culture of the company, and it very much reflects, or it very much mirrors the thinking of the people who have started the company. So the organizational culture which created in Nucor was more about a very participative, and it was decentralized. Decentralized matlab like it was when it was the management structure was designed, it was of a very few layers, and it had some very small staff, and there were general managers who were supervising the department managers, and then this department managers were supervising the line managers as well as the temporary workers, are very popularly called as hourly personnel. So there were only four layers, and there were only 4 job titles that was given to the people who were working at Nucor. Now, when Nucor started expanding, when Nucor started gaining into a little bit of market share, it had its headquarters at one point of time. When we talk about a headquarters, it had only 65 employees, and they were overseeing 11,500 workers in the manufacturing setup. Like वहाँ पे उसका 2 branches आए थे, एक manufacturing setup था and एक headquarter था. So Nucor at the headquarters there were only 65 people, 65 employees, and those 65 employees were responsible for 11,500 workers who were working in this multi-billion-dollar farm at that time. And it was a very smallest support that was given to. And at that time, Nucor had the best industrial relations, like being a domestic steel market of US. It has like very much whatever the farm's union was. They were not registered with any trade unions. But then these employees, they do not feel that there would be a new union that had to be created for Nucor. And Nucor, like it has never like involved itself or engaged itself in giving the employees a chance of creating a union or something. But what it did is, every time, as a gesture of appreciation, whenever there was an employees or whenever the workers made a contribution towards its profit, it has as a gesture of appreciation, it has taken every single name, every single worker's name, it has printed it in the covers of annual reports. Now, for a company, when we are doing annual reports is when you are considering one financial year, and then you are suggesting like what are your achievements as a company. Like what are the things you have organized and who have participated and what are its results. That is something which every company has to maintain, and every company has to submit it to the chambers of commerce. जो chambers of commerce है वहाँ पे वो submit करते थे. बट न्यूकॉर ने क्या किया है, जब कभी भी कोई भी वर्कर या कोई भी डिपार्टमेंट it has contributed in a very good way to the profit, and it has contributed in a very good way towards for any good cause. So as a gesture of appreciation, it has printed the name of each and every worker on its annual reports. Now this Nucor has a very innovative compensation plan. जब उस टाइम पे when there was an hourly wage rate of worker, 1960s, there was nothing called a salary. It was very much based upon the hours of work that you are doing. Even in US today, they have this hourly rate of worker. Today, like if you see the demographics of US, like there are they have like many of the informal workers. Like you will see that university students will be doing many a lot of work that you people find will be difficult in like you people will find it difficult to digest even. In case like there are university workers who work as वो restaurants पे काम करते हैं. They might be working as like waiters, or they might be doing car wash kind of thing for a community, or they might be in a situation where they will be like nanny का काम करते हैं. Good university students, and they do not get a salary, but then they get paid on the basis of the hours of work that they do for that organization, or that they do for the community, or that they do for the family. वो आवरली रेट ऑफ वेजेस वहां पे होता है, उनका जो मिनिमम रेट ऑफ वेजेस होता है वो आवर के बेसिस पे काउंट किया जाता है. लाइक फॉर 1 hour we will be getting $21 for 1 hour. So at that time 1960s में where every company was paying $16 per hour, Nucor was only paying $10 per hour. But then it was not like आपको आज अगर टेम्पोररी वर्कर करके आप यहाँ पे ज्वाइन हुए हो, कल आपको ये निकाल देगा, वो फैसिलिटी नुकर नहीं दे रहा था. It was just giving a facility that your job is secured over here, but then the hourly rate of work and hourly rate of wage that I will be paying will be only $10. But what it was giving is, it was giving a very generous bonus. Generous bonus मतलब आज के दिन में if the quality and the productivity of the entire shift का अगर क्वालिटी एंड प्रोडक्टिविटी आपका बहुत अच्छा रहता है, देन आपको एक एडिशनल डे का जितना आवरली वेट कर रहे हो वो आपको देगा. लाइक इफ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर 8 hours a day and it is $10 per hour, अगर आज का दिन का अगर आपका प्रोडक्टिविटी, आपका जो क्वालिटी इश्यूज है वो कभी क्वालिटी इश्यूज नहीं आ रहा है एंड प्रोडक्टिविटी इज वेरी गुड, तो एंटायर शिफ्ट को apart from your hourly rate of wage of $80, it will pay additional $80 if you are doing very good work. And if आपने जो स्टील प्रोड्यूस किया है, it is somewhat which is accepted by the management. If it is very much accepted by the management, you will get double the price, double the hourly rate of work. आपने जो स्टील प्रोड्यूस किया है, अगर वो कस्टमर लाइक करता है, then you will get 3 times the price or 3 times the rate of wage that you would be drawing in one day. But then it's का opposite भी है. Like if you find that the batch of steel that you have produced is of bad quality, initially when your supervisor supervises, then you are having a deduction from your per day wage. Like आप 8 hours का जो मिल रहा था ना, उसका 50% रिडक्शन वहां पे मिलेगा. अगर मैनेजमेंट तक वो जाता है कि you have produced a very bad batch of steel, तो आपका पूरा दिन का वेज जाएगा. अगर कस्टमर के पास अगर आपका स्टील गया है एंड देन कस्टमर के पास ऐसे आपको ये आएगा कि लाइक द बैच ऑफ स्टील दैट यू हैव गिवन टू अस इज वेरी बैड, तो आपको 3 दिन का वेज वहां पे डिडक्ट हो जाएगा. बट देन योर जॉब इज नॉट गोइंग, जॉब इज सिक्योर ओवर देयर. So this is a kind of compensation plan that they have devised, and it was equally given like for the executives also. Executives मतलब जो supervisor रहता है, उन लोगों के लिए भी वही रहता है. Like if your team is performing well, then you will be getting it accordingly. If your team is performing bad, then also you will be responsible and your deduction in salary will be done. And typically, like for every CEO, for every executives, it was like average hourly work payment वो देता था. Like every time, every week they had to work for 9 hours a day, and they used to work for 5 days a week. So it was 45 hours a week. And the executives score, there were no perks, like there was no company cars to them, there was no extra holiday, there is no enhanced insurance benefit. Insurance benefit starting from the executive to a janitor or to a lowest staff, वो एक ही इंश्योरेंस बेनिफिट देता था, and there was no option of giving them a reserved parking space. Okay, so there was no benefits given to the executives initially when it started. Everybody was treated the same in the organization, but then it was also there like जब सेल्स बहुत स्ट्रांग होता है, तो आवरली रेट ऑफ वेजेस डबल हो जाता है, और जब सेल्स डाउन होता है तभी उनको बेसिक मिनिमम पे दिया जाता है. This is what their compensation plan was, and this is how their organizational culture was decided on, or this is how their organizational culture was set up on. So Nucor का जो base pay old system है, it continued from till 2005. It continued the same way, like from 1960s to 2005 it continued the same way. But धीरे-धीरे with the changing of time and when the demographic of the population changed, like when the demographic of the population changed and when there were people of the younger generation, they started entering into the industry. Nucor thought like it is time to change overall our compensation plan. It is time we need to change our compensation plan. But then, to a very surprise, like each employee who will be joining Nucor, for the first 6 months he or she will be on this old compensation plan. Then old compensation plan के बाद जब उसको परमानेंट किया जाता है, परमानेंट के टाइम पे उसको 2 प्लान सबमिट किया जाता है कि अगर ओल्ड कंपेंसेशन प्लान है तुझे इतना सैलरी मिलेगा, अगर न्यू कंपेंसेशन प्लान है तो तुझे इतना सैलरी मिलेगा. टू अ वेरी सरप्राइज, till 2011 till 2018, okay, till 2018 people who have joined Nucor today is also a very big name. So people who have joined Nucor, none of them has accepted the new compensation plan. Like every one of them are in an old compensation plan where they get a reduced pay in terms of per hourly work. But then whenever they focus on their productivity, whenever there is an increase in productivity, whenever there is whenever there is a very good contribution to the organization, they have been paid thrice the current hourly rate of wages. So this is one Nucor compensation system that I had as a case study that I'll be discussing. The second case study that I'll be discussing is about Toyota Kirloskar. That after I complete a little bit of whatever is left in compensation, I'll discuss about the Toyota Kirloskar. Okay, so when I talk about compensation, it is nothing but a set of rewards that every organization provide to the individuals. For in return, the individuals like for their willingness to perform various jobs or the task within the organization. Now, when we talk about compensation, compensation is again divided into many parts. Like there is a difference between compensation and there is a difference between benefits. Benefits are generally the rewards or incentives that that every organization provides to the employees beyond their wages and salary. Like it is another form of direct financial compensation. Like if your company, if you some 7 years, 8 years down the line, if your company is giving you petrol allowances, if your company is going to give you mobile allowances, if your company is going to give you flight tickets to flight for any office work, these are all direct. These are all forms of compensation. This is a form of direct financial compensation. Now, when I talk about the indirect financial compensation that I have discussed yesterday, it is more about like giving a guest house, giving them coupons, where you can avail a service with a discounted rate. Like when you are, it is there in Tata. Like if you are an employee of Tata, whenever you are buying a vehicle from Tata, then there is a certain discount that will be given to you. Now Tata has come up with a new thing like if you are buying any electric vehicles, if you are an employee of Tata and you are buying some electric vehicles, then you will get a series of discounts when you are buying that vehicle. So this was about your compensation. Okay, so I will discuss about components of compensation: wage and salary, incentive, fringe benefits. Done. So, okay, how deciding on what to pay? That is what last class I was deciding. Last class what I was telling you, determining what to pay. So, what to pay? Matlab when we are doing a compensation plan or when we are planning a compensation strategy, there are certain job evaluation methods that we need to consider. Like when we talk about a job evaluation, it is where we are determining the value or the worth of a job. Before we do a posting for a particular vacancy, like if there is a particular vacancy that is coming up, for example, if you are a startup, if you are starting your career and you are starting it in a startup, that you are a fresher and the company itself is a fresher. So before offering a job to you, the company has to do, before offering a job to you, what the company has to evaluate its job. Like it has to establish one internal pay equity. Internal pay equity matlab whatever it is paying to you, it has to be equitable, it has to be measured in standard with other jobs that are in the organization. So how does it do? It does through the method of classification. Classification is where it attempts to group sets of jobs together into a cluster which is called as grades. Like when I talk about a designation of assistant manager, there is a grade 1, there is a grade 2, grade 3 and then grade 4. Like class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, that is there in your government organization. Similarly, when I talk about a classification system, it was initially started at by the US postal system, where they had job grades, and there were 9 different pay stapes for each grade. Like they were recruited one assistant manager, they were paying one assistant manager a particular salary, and they were paying another assistant manager another particular salary. So for better understanding and better grouping them, they started grouping them into sets, and like cluster wise they started creating it, and then they divided this grade kind of thing on the basis of the designation that is given. That is how, like, assistant manager grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. So what was why job classification was done? So that it was relatively simple. It is very easy to understand. It is very easy to communicate with the employees. Like for example, assistant manager 1 might be having no experience at all, whereas assistant manager 4 might be having a good experience. So that is how the classification method works. Then there is another system called as point system. Point system is where a particular job has to be quantified. Like you have to understand what are the compensable factors required for each job. Now when I say, for example, for this sales executive. Now in case of sales executive, the manager has assigned points on the basis of I have to take this So when you are talking about the point system is where the manager assigns the points, and points is on the basis of the skill that is required. For example, like we have to assign a point how much of negotiation skill is required. We have to assign a point like how this person is able to communicate with the customers, or how this person is able to communicate with the probable customer. And here we have to understand like what is the physical effort that would be required, and what are the conditions that is involved, or what are the responsibility, or who is the authority involved over here. Point system is typically like it needs a point of like 8 to 10 compensable factors of each job, and that is evaluated on the basis of like these factors are chosen so that one is not overlapping on another. So this is how the point system works. The third one is where we call it is called as a factor comparison method. So when it comes to factor comparison method, you have to determine the 5 universal factors, and you have to read the points, or you have to start the point. You have to use the starting points over here. Like you have to benchmark over there. You have to identify the key jobs, and then the jobs are representative, or they are very common for that particular market. In this benchmark factor comparison methods, you need to compare between, like when we are talking about the external equity part, you need to compare between the jobs. Like you have to compare the jobs in terms of like what are the responsibilities, what are the skill set, what is the physical effort, what is the mental effort, and what are the working conditions. Now managers, they are performing a job evaluation like in a typical factor comparison method, where it involves like where basically the jobs are involved like either, like for example, we talk about this automobile industry. Now when we talk about automobile industry, as an automobile industry, we have a number of industries in India. So in order to maintain an equity above all the industries, when we are taking a automobile engineer, then we have to compare the job of that automobile engineer in terms of the responsibility, skill, physical effort, mental effort, working condition across all the automobile industries. So that is how you are determining like what is the cost of the job, and that and how you are going to compensate for that job. Now there are some recent trends that has come up with this compensation. Some of the recent trends are called as profit sharing. Profit sharing is which is an incentive system. Like here at the end of the financial year, the company's profit, whatever the company gets a profit, it is pooled and it is distributed among the employees. Like it is a form of gain sharing, and this gain sharing programs is aimed so that it is a way of cost saving, and it is also a way where you are improving the productivity of the employees. The other one is your stock option plans. Like it is an incentive based plan, but it is generally given to the senior managers, where they are given an option to buy the company's stock in the future, and it is in a very predetermined fixed rate. Then you have your employee stock ownership plans, which is ESOP, mainly given by the IT industries today. Like it is a group level reward system in which like employees they are given a major stake in the ownership of a corporation. Like with this upcoming of startup kind of thing in India, these ESOPs are something which has been very much popularized. So this was all about your compensation. Like apart from compensation, there is another version of compensation which varies from countries to country. There is something called as social security. We as an Indians are very bad in providing social security, but when it comes to very countries like UK is one of the leading countries actually, and then US. The UK and US are one such companies where they have a very strong social security measures. Like if you are a employee of a particular company, जैसे हमारे इंडिया में ऐसे होता है ना, like आज we are in a particular company, 3 years we go to another company, 4 years we go to another company, 5 years we go to another company. This kind of thing doesn't happen outside actually. Like we Indians are frequently job hopping kind of people. Like we hop the job. Like every time we get a high increment, or every time we get a chance, like we'll be getting a higher package. Generally, package is one such motivation for this job hopping. But when it comes to going out, like when you go outside of India, be it Korea, be it Japan, be it US also, when you are in a particular job, when you have joined in a particular job, it is believed that you will be continuing with the job with all the pay package increases in that job only, and with that pay package, promotions, you will be rising in that job only, that company only. Very few workers, जैसे कंसल्टेंसी वगैरह होता है ना, very few workers try for a job switch, और very few consultancies वहाँ पे ऐसे नहीं होता है. हमारे यहाँ पे कंसल्टेंसी जैसे काम करते हैं, वहाँ पे वैसे नहीं काम करते. They are headhunters particularly. Like suppose a company wants a particular person, they give it to that consultancy and they headhunt for that particular consultancy. So वहाँ पे social security measures ना बहुत है. Like they have this disability insurance program. This insurance program as such is a mandated program. There was a study which was done, and they found out like every year around 45,000 of Americans die because they do not have insurance facility for them. So this was one such statistics which moved US, and like the US presidential candidate at that time was अभी जो रिटायर हुए, क्या नाम है उनका, US के he served 2 terms of president. What is his name? Barack Obama. Barack Obama passed this social security plan that every company, big or small, they need to incorporate the social security, they need to incorporate the insurance plan to all its employees. Apart from that, they also give an old age survivors pension, they also give disability insurance program, they also give one unemployment insurance program. Unemployment insurance program is, suppose you are working in a particular industry, it closes down, till you find another job, you will be getting an insurance and one unemployment, one small package that has been given by the government, till you find another option, till you find another way of earning your money. So UK is also one such country where it is very strong in social security. So social security things are a part of your compensation, health insurance, wellness program, and all this. Now, when I'm talking about the case study, like how this compensation somewhat leads to disagreement, and how this compensation somewhat leads to grievance in the organization. So this is a case study of wage negotiation that has happened with Toyota Kirloskar Motor. It was way back in 2014. I hope all of you know what Toyota Kirloskar is. You know what Toyota Kirloskar Motor is, right? You know what is a Toyota Motor Corporation? Toyota कौन सा कंपनी है, आप लोगों को सबको पता है ना? टोयोटा कौन सी कंपनी है आप लोगों को पता है ना? मेरी आवाज आ रही है ना आप लोगों को? टोयोटा कौन सी कंपनी है आप लोगों को पता है ना? सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है। आई अज्यूम आपको पता है, फिर भी मैं बोलती हूँ. टोयोटा इज अ जापानीज कार मेकर and Toyota Kirloskar Motor is a subsidiary of Toyota Motor Corporation. They are one of the largest auto manufacturers, and they are in the south. Basically, they are located in the south. Like they have two plants. One is near Bangalore, one is almost in Bangalore, and another one is 30 kilometers from Bangalore. So this Toyota employees, they were making these two plants accounted for somewhat around 6,000 workers, and they were increasing. They were for the past 10 months in the year of 2014, they were demanding for an increase in wage. So when they were increasing in wage, the company was also willing to give them an increase in wage. But then the company was saying that we will give you a minimum increase of 3,050 rupees, and it will be same for all the workers. For all the 6,000 workers, you will be getting an increment of 3,050 rupees. But then those workers, they were negotiating and they demanded that at least we want 4,000 rupees hike. And if you are not giving us a hike, we will resort to a one-day strike. Before they go for this one-day strike, they were threatening their supervisors. And in 2011, when this Maruti thing happened, where there was which resulted in the death of one HR manager, so companies have become very kind of serious when it comes to union threatening the supervisors. From the 6,000 workers, there were 4,000 permanent workers and 2,000 temporary workers. So instead of going for a one-day strike, from the management perspective, what management did is management immediately announced that the gates should be closed and no worker should be allowed in the factory premises for 1 week. And they had they had asked the force to help them. So there were heavy personnel who were recruited in the who were standing in the gate, and they didn't allow one of the single worker to go into the factory premises. And the negotiation started. When the negotiation started, they found out like 17 employees, 17 workers were such workers who were highly influencing, and they were kind of spreading negative content among the group of workers. So those 17 workers were immediately suspended within 4 days of this lockout. Then after some time, when management thought like it's time we need to clear the lockout, because once they had gone for a lockout, they were kind of like they were going on a loss. They were going on a loss, so they said like once we need to bring these people inside our organization, we can start the business, and then kind of like we can negotiate then. But before bringing the workers to the organization said like you need to sign a note of good conduct. और workers लोग भी मान गए थे कि it is time that because this 7 days of lockout is loss of 7 days wages for these workers. So, but when they were asked to come to the company asked them that you have to sign a note of good conduct assurance. It means like we will not be doing any kind of strikes, we will not be harming anyone inside the industry. We'll be avoiding if any agitation comes up, we will be avoiding any kind of agitation. Here, whoever workers thought of returning back to the work, they felt like the company is kind of putting pressure on them. So they refused to get back to the work, and they started demanding like before we come to do the work, you settle our wages here. You before joining the work duty, you start settling our wages. If you are not going to settle our wages, we are going to do a hunger strike. They sat for a hunger strike. Like on the 4th day, 2 people were also, admitted in the hospital because of low BP and due to this hunger strike. And at the end, the government tried interfering over there. Government gave an order directing Toyota Kirloskar Motor, as well as it gave an order to the employees union that you people have to stick together, like you have to restore the normalcy, and that you have, in the interest of industrial peace in and around Bangalore. And government has given a prohibition of lockout, like no more lockout will be given. Once government gives a chance, like kind of like prohibition of lockout, even companies cannot go on lockout. So anyway, like they started attending the general body meeting, and the union, they decided like the ban, the lockout, everything will have to be adjudicated in the court, or everything has to be taken out, and the union has to comply. And moreover, apart from that 17 workers, 30 more workers were suspended. Those 30 workers were restored in the work, and they were given external inquiry was also given. Hike that was given, like the union demanded the wage hike of 4,000 as against 3,050, but this Toyota worker, they said like we will be giving a 3,050 hike, no more than that. So the union also asked, like union also accepted a hike of 3,050, and this lockout was lifted somewhat around in March. For after a good 5-week ban, people started coming down to the organization, and kind of like work started. Okay, so this is what one case study regarding compensation. Now, for example, if you have been a management representative at this Toyota Kirloskar, how would you have done wage negotiation with them? How would you have done wage negotiation with them, or what extra could you offer? Apart from this hike that they were demanding, what extra could you have offered? Anyone?
Madam, any holiday packages, if anyone performing well, or any other in any other form of annual leave?
See, whatever you are saying, holiday packages, annual leave, everything involved a cost. Now, if you are a management representative, then you are representing the management. As a management, the very first thing that you should keep in your mind is, whenever you are going to do such kind of things, you have to do it with a lesser cost. You have to do, like, cost is something, or price is something which must not be put forward. Cost और खर्चा जो होता है ना, वो सबसे पीछे रहता है. उससे पहले आप क्या कर सकते हो?
मैम, उनको एक ट्रस्ट दिलाएंगे कि कंपनी अभी पोजीशन ऐसा है, कंपनी का जब आप सपोर्ट करोगे तब कंपनी एक नेक्स्ट लेवल पे जाएगी, तब हम आपको अदर फैसिलिटीज दे सकते हैं. उनको एक विश्वास दिलाना जरूरी है इस टाइम पे.
विश्वास मतलब कैसे दिला सकते हो? आप भी, यू आर वर्किंग इन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, राइट?
यस मैम.
या आपका सराउंडिंग ही देखो. Then tell me, like, apart from विश्वास दिलाने के लिए आपके पास क्या है?
Ma'am, maybe we can give the some kind of insurance, like healthcare insurance or something.
Okay, I agree with you. Now you have, I said like 4,000 permanent workers and 2,000 temporary workers. ठीक है? Now, if you are going to give an insurance, it will be again segregated, like permanent workers, temporary workers. Somewhat there is another cost involved over here. How would you do it? Like मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ ना, cost is something which should be the last at the back of your और जब सब practice fail हो जाता है तभी cost को सामने लाने का.
मैम, तो इसमें विदाउट इनकरिंग एनी कॉस्ट, तो ये हम डिसाइड कर सकते हैं कि अगर जो कोई परफॉर्म अच्छा करेगा, जो टेम्पररी वर्कर्स है उनको परमानेंट किया जाएगा, ऐसा कर सकते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली. आपकी एक सीनियर है, अभी आपके साथ ही है, लाइक शी इज अ सीनियर विथ यू, धनश्री उसका नाम है. शी इज वर्किंग इन वन ऑफ द कोर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. कोर मतलब कोर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, एंड दे हैव दिस इशू राइट नाउ. So this issue matlab they didn't have any permanent workers. They were having only 40 to 50 permanent workers, but then they were moreover having the temporary workers. So this kind of issue started coming up, like they cannot give an hike in the wages, they cannot give them an increment kind of thing, but then they have to return these workers. So she came up with an idea, like as a temporary worker, when you are working for a particular kind of days and you do not have any history of any kind of छुट्टियां बहुत लेते हैं, ऐसे अगर आपका हिस्ट्री नहीं है, then you will be converted to be a permanent worker, which is a win-win situation for both. Win-win situation for the company as well, win-win situation for the employee as well, because from temporary they will be converted into a permanent person. Good, that is one strategy you can give them. They will be on the company payrolls.
Yes. अभी लॉ में चेंज भी हुआ है ना मैडम, जो परमानेंट है उसको भी टेम्पररी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ तो किया है ना गवर्नमेंट ने?
नहीं, जो परमानेंट है उसको टेम्पररी नहीं कर सकते हम.
ओके,
ऐसा नहीं है. इट इज मोरओवर आप जो बोल रहे हो वो गिग वर्कर्स को अप्लाई होता है, बट देन वैसा नहीं है कि परमानेंट को टेम्पररी कर सकते हैं.
ओके, लेकिन परमानेंट को निकाल सकते हैं.
हाँ, निकाल सकते हैं, बट देन यू शुड हैव स्ट्रांग ग्राउंड्स कि आप निकालोगे कैसे. लाइक इफ इट इज एन अनडिसिप्लिन, यू हैव टू शो लाइक आपका अनडिसिप्लिन किस पे हुआ है, इनडिसिप्लिन किस पे हुआ है, क्या कहाँ पे उसको निकाल रहे हो.
मतलब जस्टिफिकेशन देना पड़ता है. Yes, ma'am.
Like you have come up with a very good idea. Like very good thing is like we can assure them like going forward you can be converted into a permanent worker. और क्या कर सकते हो?
उनको प्रमोशन दे सकते हैं, जो परमानेंट लोग जो अच्छा परफॉर्म करेंगे उनको प्रमोशन
पॉलिसी also involves a cost.
ओके.
परमानेंट पॉलिसी आपका जो है ना वो लाइक इट ऑल्सो इन्वॉल्व्स अ कॉस्ट व्हेन यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट प्रमोशन.
मैम दूसरा एक स्कीम डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं कि जो अच्छा परफॉर्म करेंगे और जो अच्छा टेन्योर के साथ काम कर रहे कंपनी में, तो उनके बच्चों को भी जो क्वालिफाइड है उनको कंपनी ये देगी, जैसे गवर्नमेंट में होता है, चांस देगी, प्रेफरेंस देंगी.
एग्जैक्टली, दैट्स अ नाइस थिंग, दैट्स अ नाइस आइडिया. दिस इज अ वेरी इनोवेटिव थिंग आल्सो. लाइक आप कर सकते हो, like even if you can give them a scholarship, you can give them a kind of training जो कि कंपनीज करते हैं.
यस, जो कोई किसी ने डिप्लोमा किया, इंजीनियरिंग किया है, तो उसको हम प्रेफरेंस देंगे एज अ पेरेंट आपके काम कर रहे हैं.
हाँ, तो आप कर सकते हो.
यार उनका डेथ हो गया किसी का इन टाइम, एनी एक्सीडेंट और एनी रीजन, तो कंपनी उनको प्रेफरेंस देगी फैमिली मेंबर्स को.
हाँ, तो वो तो होता है, दैट इज एक्चुअली गवर्न बाय द लॉ, तो वो तो होता है. बट देन आप जो बोल रहे हो ना, लाइक वेर यू कैन ट्रेनी दे सकते हो, एज अ ट्रेनी आपके जो बच्चे हैं वहां पे वो काम करना चालू कर सकते हैं, या उनको कोई काइंड ऑफ स्कॉलरशिप दे सकते हो.
यस मैम.
The very easy way is you can ensure them like आपके कैंटीन में अच्छा खाना मिलेगा. That is what Tata had done. Way back in 1970 आपके बगल में जो टाटा मोटर्स है ना, वहाँ पे स्ट्राइक हुआ था. They also had this variety of issues of wages, canteen and environment friendly, ऐसे बहुत सारे issues थे. And they had Tata Motors at that time had given them an increment, but it was not actually what that union has demanded. 1970s में. So it was Ratan Tata who himself came down and sat in the canteen. When he himself came down and sat in the canteen, all the people who were sitting in the hunger strike or in a strike outside the gate, they without any invitation, all of them silently went and sat in the kitchen and sat in the canteen, and then they started work. So this is one very powerful way of conveying a message where your management needs to come down to their level, where in order for the employees to understand, in order for the employees to start करने पर एक ऐसा gap होता है, वो gap को कम करना पड़ता है. Like there are many organizations who practice this kind of thing also. So we are done with the compensation. पूरा compensation आपका clear हुआ है. यहाँ पे आगे चल के terms है. We cannot convert one person into a temporary, like if it is a permanent, we cannot convert that person cannot be converted into a temporary, but then we can convert one job. एक जो job आता है ना, वो job को permanent या temporary कर सकते हो. Like the people who are joining in a particular job अगर permanent होता है तो आदमी permanent होता है. एक वी कैनॉट लाइक एक एम्प्लॉय को परमानेंट टेम्पररी नहीं कर सकते हो, जॉब को आप टेम्पररी परमानेंट कर सकते हो। तो यहाँ पे उस हिसाब से एक बैच ऑफ जॉब्स को अगर आप परमानेंट करते हो जहाँ पे आपके टेम्पररी वर्कर्स हैं, ठीक है, तो आपका ऑटोमेटिकली दे विल बी कन्वर्टेड, देयर विल बी वैकेंसी दैट विल बी इमीडिएटली फिल्ड एंड देन दे विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू परमानेंट एम्प्लॉइज।
यस, लेकिन मैम इसका ट्रांसफर भी कर सकते हैं ना, ऐसा भी मैनेजमेंट कर सकता है ना, जो नहीं परफॉर्म करके उनको दूसरी जगह ट्रांसफर किया जाएगा।
वो जॉब रोटेशन बोला जाता है एंड वो होता भी है। ट्रांसफर नहीं, जॉब रोटेशन बोला जाता है, समथिंग डिमोशन किया जाता है।
हाँ, डिमोशन किया जाता है, बराबर।
आपको आईएएम्स पता है क्या? डू यू नो आईएएम्स, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट? आईएएम्स पता है क्या? आप सबको पता है ना, आईएएम्स बोल के एक है जो एमबीए का, लाइक दे आर द यू नो बेंचमार्क, यस दे आर द बेंचमार्क व्हेन इट कम्स टू मैनेजमेंट एजुकेशन। तो वहां पे अप्राइजल, फैकल्टी का अप्राइजल कैसे होता है पता है? वहां पे if you are working in an IIM, then you have to stay inside the campus. There are 4 BHK houses, there are 3 BHK houses, and there are 2 BHK houses. 2 BHK houses is basically given to the research scholars. 2 BHK houses are basically given to the research associates. और जो कि like the people who teaching assistants जो होते हैं ना, उस हिसाब से आपको दिया जाता है। तो my guide is actually with IIM Bangalore. तो he was saying कि whenever it comes to faculty appraisal, हर faculty appraisal semester में होता है, हर semester में faculty appraisal होता है, and depending on whether you are an assistant professor, associate professor, or you are a professor or chair professor, depending on that आपको घर allot होते हैं। For example, इस बार एंड यहाँ पे जो फैकल्टी अप्राइजल होगा, इट इज नॉट ऑन द बेसिस कि आपको स्टूडेंट अप्राइज करेंगे, नो, इट इज अ बेसिस ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स, how much papers you have written, how much you have contributed to the research, how much of them is cited, आपका जो गूगल इंडेक्स है उसमें कितना साइट होता है, उस बेसिस पे आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ रिसर्च देखा जाता है। सपोज आपका 6 महीने में there is no citation, but then you have written papers, you have presented papers, you have written books, but citation नहीं हुआ है, like you have not contributed anything to the society, आपका प्रमोशन में एक पॉइंट नीचे खिसक गया। They will not be reducing your salary. You will not be demoted to associate professor, from associate professor to assistant professor. आपको क्या किया जाता है? आपको जो 4 BHK घर था, अभी आपको 3 BHK घर में रहना पड़ता है। ऐसे भी होता है कि 3 BHK में जो असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर रहते हैं, वो 2 BHK में आके रहते हैं रिसर्च एसोसिएट्स के साथ। That is how they do, they work. Like वहाँ का जो परफॉर्मेंस अप्राइजल होता है ना, when they got promoted, when they get demoted, उनका पोजीशन का प्रमोशन डिमोशन नहीं होता है, उनका घर का प्रमोशन डिमोशन होता है। It is just like कि like अरे जब आप 2 BHK मूव कर रहे हो 3 BHK से, तो समझ में आ जाना चाहिए कि आपका ना ये साल का परफॉर्मेंस अच्छा नहीं है।
Yes, ma'am.
So this is how they do their performance appraisal, and this is how they design their compensation package. And their compensation is basically like आपको एक fair wage मिलेगा, like आपको हर महीने 40,000 मिलेगा, उसके बाद आप कितना पेपर प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, उसके बाद आप कितना रिसर्च पे कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहे हो टू द सोसाइटी, उस बेसिस पे आपका डिसाइड होगा कि हाउ मच मोर कंपनसेशन यू विल बी गेटिंग। ठीक है?
यस मैम। लेकिन मैम, लेकिन ये पेपर का ऐड हर साल आता है आईआईएम का, वो प्रोफेसर का, उन्होंने बोला कि स्टार्टिंग 1 लाख से उनका सैलरी शुरू होता है।
वो प्रोफेसर का होता है ना, लाइक इट इज नॉट दैट इजी, लाइक यू विल बी, मैं बोली ना, यू विल बी गेटिंग अ फेयर वेज, घर चलने के लिए एक वेज आपको सैलरी आपको मिल जाएगा। उसके बाद if you feel like I am a professor, then I would get to 2 lakhs a year, 2 lakhs a month, then वो जो 1 लाख आपका बेस पे है, वो 1 लाख आपको कैसे भी वो मिलेगा, नेक्स्ट 1 लाख आपको कमाना पड़ेगा। Like either you need to be कोई भी बोर्ड पे, जैसे कि आईएम्स के प्रोफेसर जो होते हैं ना, वो गवर्नमेंट के बहुत सारे बोर्ड्स में रहते हैं, they do research एडवाइजरी बोर्ड्स में रहते हैं, तो आपको उस हिसाब से आपका स्टेटस होना पड़ेगा, लाइक यू बी इन दैट पोजीशन। They are quality in themselves, like हम जो क्वालिटी फॉलो करते हैं ना, we follow that, they are a quality in themselves, like उनका नाम ही क्वालिटी है।
Yes ma'am.
समझे? तो वैसे होता है। एनीथिंग मोर?
मैम ये मल्टीनेशनल्स में कैसे वेज रिविजन होता है? तो ये प्रमोशन जैसे हमने इंडियन कंपनी का भी डिस्कस किया, तो एमएनसीज में कैसा होता है ये?
एमएनसीज का उनका जॉब, उनका तो वैसे ही होता है, जॉब पे एक वैल्यू सिस्टम लग जाता है, लाइक दे इवैल्यूएट द जॉब, जॉब पे वैल्यू सिस्टम लगने के बाद दे डिसाइड ऑन द एम्प्लॉइज। जब कंपनी ऑफर करती है ना, एमएनसीज की बात कर रही हूँ, जब कंपनीज ऑफर करती है, फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज समवन हु इज इन 11 lakhs पे, now they have to be negotiate, they will be asking a 30% hike. When they are asking for a 30% hike, it will go to 15 lakhs. Now what company does is like depending upon the condition, depending upon like today pandemic, we are in a very demand for that particular skill set. तो and if the company is well and fine, कंपनी जितना भी well and fine क्यों ना हो, पैसा पॉकेट से पैसा निकालते टाइम सबको दिखता है, सबको, ठीक है? Even if it is also a company that we are talking about. So when they will be giving them a hike, they will initially start with a 15% hike, and they will initially start with an 18% hike. 18% hike देने के बाद they create such an environment, like they will not be contacting that person for 5 days, they will hang that person like anything, पता ही नहीं चलेगा whether job मिला है नहीं मिला है, so that person becomes quite उसको जॉब चाहिए होता है, तो he comes down from a 30% hike to he comes down to a 20-25% या 26% hike तक वो आ जाते हैं, then the companies make an offer and close it. जो रेस्ट हाइक वो बट देन वो एक्चुअली दिखाते हैं कि वी हैव केप्ट इन बजट में हमने 30% हाइक दिखाया है. सो 15 लाख से अगर that person joins that organization in 14 lakhs, that 1 lakh is a profit that they are saving on that particular job, not on that particular person, but that 1 lakh is a profit that they are saving on that particular job. ऐसे कैलकुलेट होता है चार्ट में.
यस मैम.
और कुछ?
मैडम ये अभी ब्रोशर डाला है सर ने अभी वहाँ पे वो क्या है प्लेसमेंट ब्रोशर क्या बना है? वो
प्रोफाइल है, वो आप लोगों का प्रोफाइल बनने के बाद वो कंपनीज के पास जाएगा, डिफरेंट कंपनीज को वो भेजा जाता है. इट इज जस्ट अ पॉइंट, आप घर रन करने के लिए या ना घर का डेकोरेशन खरीदने के लिए ब्रोशर मिलता है, जिसमें आप चूज करते हो, जो भी आपको दिखाया जाता है, प्लेस किया जाता है, तो आपको लगता है कि ये बहुत अच्छा है मेरे घर के लिए, सो आई शुड बी पिकिंग दिस अप. तो वैसा ही आप लोगों का वो बनाया जाता है. इसलिए मैं आपको क्लास के बिगनिंग में बोली, काइंडली व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग हॉबीज भी ऐसा लिखो which has a management angle. Now you are management student, everything, the way you talk, the way you work also has to be your like where management is reflected. आप क्रिकेट खेलना चाहते हो, सिंपल क्रिकेट खेल रहे हो, बट देन व्हेन इट कम्स टू एनालाइजिंग इट, इट मींस लाइक you are a good team player, or if you are a cricket captain then you are a good leader, you will be a good manager. वो आपको ऐसे रिलेट करना पड़ेगा. It's not that easy when you go down and you speak with a recruiter. किसी का अगर सबसे shrewd eyes होता है ना, तो वो recruiter का ही होता है. Now for everything what you say, it has to be in this management language. Hobbies भी जब बोलोगे ना, hobbies भी would be more inclined towards achievement oriented, या hobbies will be more towards like सपोज आपको टिकटॉक करना अच्छा लगता है, अभी थोड़ी ना आप यहाँ पे लिखोगे कि मुझे टिकटॉक अच्छा लगता है. What you will write is love creating contents. ऐसे लिखो. जैसे आपको दोस्त बनाना अच्छा लगता है, थोड़ी ना लिखोगे मेकिंग फ्रेंड्स, लिखो कि नेटवर्किंग, लव नेटवर्किंग. नेटवर्किंग इज सच अ पावरफुल वर्ड. वो कोई भी कंपनी देखेगा तो वो इम्प्रेस हो जाएगा, लाइक दे विल बी चूजिंग कि ये बच्चों को आप शेड्यूल कीजिए इंटरव्यू के लिए. समझे ना?
यस मैम.
ऐसा ही चाहिए, और थोड़ा अच्छे से लिख के भरो उसमें. लाइक आप जब भी लिख रहे हो, हॉबीज हो या आपका सर्टिफिकेट्स हो, सर्टिफिकेशंस हो, there must be something which is impressive. If you have done an advanced Excel kind of thing, yes, या आपने एक extra language सीखा है, extra language in terms of foreign language, extra language सीखा है, that is something very ये है, like it's किसी को भी अच्छा लगेगा वो. तो काइंड ऑफ ऐसा डालो. मैं तो ये तीनों को बोल रही हूँ, नम्रता, शुभम एंड ये पल्लवी, आप तीनों डालो कि आपने इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस को ये किया है कंडक्ट, मतलब यू वर क्या बोलते हैं वो,
होस्टिंग इट,
यू वर होस्टिंग इट, नहीं उसका एक पर्टिकुलर
एंकरिंग क्या है,
एंकरिंग भी नहीं, उसका एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड होता है, होस्टिंग भी नहीं होगा, लाइक उसका एक पर्टिकुलर वर्ड होता है, मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है, इट मीन्स लाइक इट इज अ फॉर्म ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन। तो वो आप तीनों ये डालो क्योंकि आपके पास वो सर्टिफिकेट भी आएगा, अंदर आपको ये भी है, स्टैम्प भी है, आपका प्रूफ भी है, तो आप तीनों वो
अटेंड किया हमने सब।
हाँ, तो वो डालो, लाइक हाँ वो भी डालो कि आप अटेंडेड इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस। और मेरे एचआर के बच्चे प्लीज मुझे कांटेक्ट करो, नम्रता, आपका तेजस, अभी पेपर लिखना पड़ेगा, लाइक द नंबर ऑफ पेपर्स यू हैव टू योर क्रेडिट इज वेयर यू आर कन्वर्टिंग योर theoretical knowledge into practical knowledge, or it is very good aspect. Companies actually look for this thing. अभी आपको लग रहा है क्या एमबीए के स्कोर के बेसिस पे आपको कंपनी लेगी? बिल्कुल भी नहीं, कंपनी डायरेक्टली मना कर रही है कि हमें एमबीए की स्कोर नहीं चाहिए। What we are looking for is your extracurricular, extra aspect of your personality. और आप लोग आपके स्पेशलाइजेशन के फैकल्टीज को बोलो स्टार्ट राइटिंग पेपर्स। नम्रता, तेजस and my HR specialist, please kindly contact me.
ओके मैम,
इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस है, वहाँ पे देते हैं पेपर।
ओके मैम,
ठीक है,
ओके मैम। वो इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंसेस जो हम लोगों ने ये किया था ना, उसका मैम सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं मिला है।
सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं मिला है?
नहीं मिला है।
नहीं मिला है मैम, मिला है, सेंड किया था,
मेल पे भेजा, मेल पे होगा, स्पैम में गया होगा, देखो
तुम तीनों का है ना?
ओके मैम, आई विल चेक वन मोर टाइम।
मैम एक डाउट है, अब मैं बैंक में जॉब कर रहा हूँ 4 साल से, तो अभी मैं क्या लिखूँ इसमें प्लेसमेंट ब्रोशर में?
तो क्लियरली मेंशन करो ना आपका एक्सपीरियंस है बोल के, बैंक में क्या जॉब कर रहे हो?
सेल्स एंड मार्केटिंग।
हाँ तो लिखो उसमें, कहाँ गया वो, एक मिनट को कौन बोलते हैं, वो फॉर्म खोलने दो मुझे। If working, specify company name, designation and salary. Specify the name of that bank, specify the designation and total number of years of work experience, like 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, आपका जो भी है वो ये कीजिए। सिर्फ आपका कौन सा बैंक में हो आप अभी?
अभी आवाज आ रहा है मैडम?
हाँ आवाज आ रही है।
हाँ अभी आईसीआईसीआई बैंक में हूँ मैम मैं।
आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, हाँ लिखिए आप आईसीआईसीआई बैंक, आपका डेजिग्नेशन डालिए, फिर आपका नंबर ऑफ इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस डालिए।
हाँ तो मतलब इसमें क्या लिख सकते हैं अलग से, मतलब ये एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर आप लिखे तो बैंकिंग का एक्सपीरियंस है, सर्विस सेक्टर का है, तो इसमें क्या लिखना चाहिए प्लेसमेंट ब्रोशर में?
आपका वो जब चेंज होगा ना वो आपका ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा, पर आप आपका ओरिजिनल लिखिए, लाइक कंपनी नेम में आईसीआईसीआई लिखिए, आपका डेजिग्नेशन लिखिए, वो आपका जो चेंज होके आएगा ना वो ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाएगा।
हाँ मैं मतलब एक्स्ट्रा करके मुझे आपने नेटवर्किंग बताया आपने, तो इसमें क्या लिखना चाहिए बैंकिंग रिलेटेड में? क्या
लिखना है आपको? हॉबीज में लिखना है, हॉबीज में लिखिए नेटवर्किंग करके।
ओके हॉबीज में
यूनिक टर्म्स है, यूनिक टर्म्स ना वो लिखिए।
यूनिक, हाँ ओके, टीम हैंडलिंग ऐसा लिख सकते हैं।
और अपना जो बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स वाले हैं उनको क्या लिखना है हॉबीज में, कैसे लिखोगे? डेटा एनालिटिक्स लिखना, एंड कुछ भी डेटा को एनालाइज करने का ये रहता है वो लिखना आप लोगों को। या जब आप सर्फिंग करते हो, जब डेटा सर्फिंग लिखना, क्योंकि अभी एक साइट है जहाँ पे डेटा आपका अपलोड हो रहा है, एंड मेनी एनालिटिक्स पीपल कैन टेक द डेटा फ्रॉम देयर, दे कैन एनालाइज ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, एंड उसका ये लिख सकते हैं। तो डेटा सर्फिंग लिखना, लाइक आपका जो स्पेशलाइजेशन है ना, यूज दोस कीवर्ड्स ओवर देयर। समझ में आया ना? ऐसे मन खराब, मन मतलब कैसे स्लीपिंग ईटिंग करके हॉबीज मत लिखना काइंडली। Write something good, write something very nice. जो भी आप लिख रहे हो ना, put it in management term.
Yes, ma'am.
Something